I fundamentally believe that we have to change the way that we assess research performance by our academic staff. And we tend to focus mostly on output, on the number of publications, and we forget that the research trajectory has so many components in which also different kind of people play a role, that you have to find other ways of assessing research. And CoARA is doing just that. CoARA is trying to reform research assessment in the broader sense of the word, and also on a global level. What the founders of CoARA did is making sure that it's a very democratic, inclusive process. In its DNA, CoARA is a democratic instrument. We wanted to broaden the community, both with membership, and the memberships can be universities, but also research funders and any kind of organization, non-commercial, that has a role to play in this whole ecosystem of research performance and assessment. But we also wanted to have active participants that would start doing a lot of pilots or analysis on what kind of different ways we have to develop in order to change the way that we assess our researchers' performances. Now, the working groups have done that, so there are working groups on, for instance, the use of narrative CVs. There are working groups that look in particular in certain disciplines, in biomedical sciences or in social sciences. And we have been able to establish national chapters that try to create this coalition of participants on a national level in order to make sure that we really move forward, both in the cultural change that is needed, but also in implementing the agreements in the CoARA constitutive documents. So these two, working groups and national chapters, are for us crucial in making sure that we are going to live up to our ambitions. Through the working groups and the national chapters, people can actively become involved. What I think is still more of a difficulty is the fact that we are quite under-resourced. So it is for us very difficult to say, let's have a physical gathering where participants can join and discuss all the different steps. Yeah, so we're building the coalition, and as I said, it's a global endeavor. We have to make sure that our reach is much more global, so that we engage even more international partners beyond Europe in the CoARA coalition. And there's much work to be done. What I would hope is in the coming period that there will be tangible results that are supported by a large community and then also used. I hope that the next steering board will be able to have more funding available for real interactive debates, dialogues with large communities in order to make the next steps. Members should also make sure that it's well resourced, because what we are able to do in the next phase is to make sure that the results of the working groups are being debated within the research communities. So that is with the academics, in order to make sure that it's well thought of and that there is support for the results. And for that, we need much more resources. So the funding strategy, I think, is a crucial part of the next 6 months. And also, of course, still facilitating the working groups and the national chapters, including also the global outreach to countries and continents beyond Europe. All of you will continue to work very hard to come up with concrete results in ways that we can reform research assessments, whether it's through refining the narrative CVs, whether it's on having more diversity and inclusion in the way that we assess research performance, aspects relating to team science. There are so many aspects that need concretization, and for that we have the working groups and the national chapters. And I hope that all of you work hard to make sure that we come to a set of guiding principles, tools that we can use within our research communities to make sure that the researcher can also trust that the way that he or she is being assessed, or the larger research groups, that it's done in a way that it's supported. And I think that would be crucial. And that's a cultural change. It's not only about guidelines, rules, protocols. Both are required, but we need everyone who's within the communities to work alongside the CoARA Steering Board. So I think the new steering board with the new chair will have a wonderful period ahead of them. On the national level here in the Netherlands, I will continue to fight for these reforms.